and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here to do Wren's 4-month update. Oh my word! You are 4 months old! I'm sure every month that I do one of these updates, I'm going to be surprised that we are already so big. So now that Wren is 4 months old, I feel like she is a full-fledged baby. She is totally, obviously, out of that newborn phase. Oh, she just did a big burp. But she has really developed such a wonderful personality. She's so sweet. She's quite content, especially through the day. I find that she can be left, whether she's on her playmat or in her crib. Well, obviously not left, I'm very close by, but left to kind of self-entertain. And I think that has been one of the biggest changes that I've noticed in the past month, is just that because she has the ability now to grab toys, to play with things, swat her little mobile in her playmat, she is that much more able to play by herself and to just engage with things around her and self-entertain. So that's been kind of nice for us in that we don't always have to be right at face level, you know, shaking toys or shaking rattles. She really is able to entertain herself, and that has been just such a cool thing to see. In terms of sleeping, she has been such a good sleeper from the start that I had heard a lot about the 4-month sleep regression, but wasn't really too worried about it because to me, regression means to go backwards. Yes. So because she was such a good sleeper from the start, I really didn't feel that we would have to take any step back because it wasn't like we started from a bad place and then got better. However, we did not escape the 4-month sleep regression. It's not too bad, but I definitely noticed that she wakes up more throughout the night. She doesn't fully wake up and like cry or anything. Do you? But she does start to kind of move a little bit, and really all she wants to do is nurse. I feel it's a little bit more attributed to maybe like a growth spurt, and that she's just needing the extra sustenance to continue growing, and that's okay. So last week we got Wren's 4-month shots, and I think I was a little bit more anxious going into these ones than I was with the 2-month shots, only because, are you okay? Only because I knew what to kind of expect. I knew how she was going to react, and it was a little bit heartbreaking, obviously, at the 2-month shots, and so I was kind of prepping myself for that experience all over again. However, at the 4-month shots, she did really good. She cried a little bit when the puncture was made. I mean, I expected that, but she recovered quite quickly. She really was back to kind of her normal smiley self and in a couple minutes, and then the rest of the day she was clingy, a little bit sleepy, nothing really out of the ordinary. It's pretty much what I expected. And then it was the following morning that she woke up with quite a aggressive fever. Not to the point that I was concerned because we were expecting a little bit of a fever, and we just gave her baby Tylenol for the kind of remainder of the day, and by the following day she was pretty much back to her normal self, so that was nice. Wren has definitely been teething. I mentioned it at her 3-month update, and it really has just continued. She's constantly drooling. She's really taken to sucking on her thumb or her hand, and she will really get her thumb in there and like work her gums, and I can tell that it's soothing any discomfort that she's having from that. We have also been using cooled teether toys, so they're the ones that are water filled and go in the refrigerator, and she seems to really like those as long as they're kind of fresh from the fridge and quite cool. As soon as they start to warm up to room temperature, she does lose interest in them. But when we have them on the ready, she does seem to take to them quite well. So probably in the last 3 weeks or so, Wren has decided that car rides are no longer her favorite thing. Doesn't want to be in there. I don't know if it's that she feels confined or the just bumpy car ride doesn't suit her anymore, but there will be a lot of times that we are in the car and she is bawling her eyes out. She's not happy, especially if she's already getting a little bit fussy and then we pull up to a red light and we have to sit there. That's like the worst combination and really makes for a grumpy baby. The other thing you will notice is that she is a chatty monkey now. So Wren has really figured out how to use her voice and is constantly doing coos and caws and lots of baby talk, which started at the last update. What? But it has definitely increased, and it's really fun. Yeah. Because she wants to talk, and you can talk back to her and we can have a little conversation. Can we have a little conversation with the pretty girl? She's definitely laughing more, so she can do a full-out giggle. You can blow raspberries on her tummy and she will react, and I feel like we've been trying that since she was a newborn, and finally like this week she started laughing when we were doing that, so we're like, yes. So Wren is still exclusively breastfeeding. She takes both the breast and the bottle. She's taken to the bottle really well. Again, it was something that we introduced quite early because I didn't want to run into issues where she was 3 months old and we wanted to try and give her a bottle and she was so used to the boob that she wouldn't take it. So we did introduce it within the first couple weeks, and we've never really had an issue with that at all. We use the Dr. Brown bottles, and those seem to work really well for her. But we have noticed lately that she is showing a little bit more interest in food, and especially when I am eating something while holding her, which I know you're not supposed to do, but come on, like, how many times do you actually get to sit down and eat a meal? So often I am snacking while holding her, and you definitely notice her eyes following the food to the mouth, and even sometimes reaching out to grab it. I'm not planning to introduce any solids. Come here, sweetie. I'm not planning on introducing any solids till about the 6-month mark, but I'm gonna be kind of following cues from her, and if I feel that she is really, really showing interest in wanting a little bit more substance, then maybe we will reevaluate at that point. Activity-wise, Wren has had an increase in energy. She loves taking baths, and I know a lot of people use baths in the evening as part of their bedtime routine, but Wren gets really stimulated in the bath. She literally kicks her arms and legs so hard and just has such a ball that we don't really try to do it as a bedtime activity because I think it does wake her up more than put her to sleep. We were looking at buying an exerciser and a jolly jumper, and then we found this jumperoo thing, which is like a perfect combination of both. And being that we live in a small space, this is a great space saver because it's 2 activity centers in one. So she's able to play with all the little toys around the jumperoo as well as have a ball jumping up and down in it. So that's been really, really cute and a great way for her to burn off some of that excess energy. The other thing that she has been engaging a lot more is her playmat. So we've had this since she was a newborn, but it's only been in the last couple weeks that she will actually reach up and spin the mobile, play with the toys, and really like enjoy it as an activity versus just having her lie there and kind of stare up at us. So that's been cool. She still doesn't really care if I read her books. I know a lot of people read their babies' books, but to be honest, she just gets bored when she's sitting there and doesn't really care to look at the pictures yet. So I'll keep trying, but it's not really something she enjoys at this point. Right, so I'm gonna end the video here. I do have Wren breastfeeding at the moment because she was getting a little bit cranky. I also wanted to say that I've had an increase in subscribers lately, and if you are somebody that has recently subscribed to my channel, I just wanted to say thank you so much. I am a fairly new channel, and I really enjoy making these videos and being able to share our experience of having a baby and this whole new adventure of motherhood. If you liked this video and want to see more updates from Wren, then I would also love if you would subscribe to my channel or give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and if you have a baby of your own, I would love to hear about them. So thank you so much for watching and have a great day.